Oh, the party hats are real, apparently. I I heard about this, but yes. Anyways, we have in the top right-hand corner, representing Team Ascension, it is the Purple Zerg player Daedra with the party hats on the drones. He says, "What prove?" I'm not sure what he is asking, unless he's saying what's with the probes. Unless he doesn't know about the party hats yet. Obviously he knows now. And he is going to go for a Forge Fast expand here, or a Nexus first, likely. But anyways, forgot to introduce him, or just haven't gotten around to it. In the bottom left-hand corner of Overgrowth LE with the party hats on the probes, it is the red Protoss player Fox from Team Miraculous Gaming. This is a best of 7 all-kill format clan war for the ITL, SC2 ITL Improved Team League. Been going on for a few weeks now. I'm not sure how long the round robin is until the playoffs. I'm not sure when the playoffs are. Relatively soon. We'll see. Whoever gets the most points basically gets to be in the playoffs. I think the top 3 get to be in the playoffs. So anyways, Fox's probe is... Jeez, these are distracting. These party hats are actually distracting. They just look so weird. They look so silly. This is amazing. So anyways, this probe being as annoying as possible did pick away at a drone. Did turn into a pool. I can't stop staring at the hats for some reason. But anyways, there was a drone scout out of Daedra, but he's not going to use it for a hatch block or a proxy hatch or anything like that. Just wanted to see if it was a gate expand or a forge expand. Did, in fact, let him know that it was, in fact, a Nexus first, or some sort of forge expand. And then the drone with the weird party hat comes on back to his home. So anyways, this probe is going to delay the hatch for as long as possible. And it's been delayed for quite a while. It's already at almost 500 minerals, and this probe doesn't want to die though, and there it goes. Almost lays down its life to delay it for a second longer. That would not be the most efficient cost use of a probe. This probe needs to go home though, because the lings are going to come out and start picking away at it. And this deep onto creep, he just wants to see the gas timing. He saw a drone come out of there. Now he's getting the fuck out of there, which is completely smart. Sees that the queen actually hadn't been started until just now. Do not go back. The probe... Whoa, just barely pays attention to the probe. These forlings are going to chase it. Will they be able to kill it by the time it gets back? I think a little bit of shields regen every time, unless the lings are in a better position. And there's one hit. 10 shields. Ooh. Oh, it almost regen 1 shield, I swear to God. 5 shields and 5 health. Oh. 0 shields. Holy shit. Oh! That was the closest I've ever seen it happen, where the probe did not die. That's cool. 2 lings did die, though. That was ridiculously close. I don't think you understand how close that was. That was maybe like a couple of frames. That's how close it was. Anyways, enough talking about that one single probe. There's other stuff happening in the game. We have a queen at the natural here, going to inject, and a third is already halfway done. The queen's going to go... Is it going to go? Never mind. I thought this queen was going to go transfer over to the third. Not quite. This one probe is going to go ahead and scout the third because he did not see it go down. The probe was already being chased away by lings. And meanwhile, this overlord was in a poor position. Actually got quite a few shots off by this cannon. And these 2 kills are the lings that tried to finish off the probe. There is now a zealot plugging the hole, so nothing will get by that. It is a full wall, and now the probe does see that and sees that's a very early third, knows there's probably no gas to be contended with, and we'll just be hiding around it somewhere else, I guess. These lings were just looking around for every possible pylon location or probe location, and if they do actually get a probe, then that's great. The probe will have to be forced to go home, or it will just die. One of the two. Depending on the reaction times of Fox. We actually have chrono boosted out a Stalker here as well, and no tech going down just yet. He did start +1 attack though, and there's the other ling goes down. Is there a ling on the field? Yes, there's still one, so we'll be able to spot any sort of proxy pylonage. But meanwhile, a Twilight Council going down here in the back, as well as the 3rd and 4th geysers coming down. This Overlord is not in a great position, doesn't quite see it just yet. This Overlord, though, is going to see the Twilight Council, it looks like. Is it? It's going to be very, very close. It looks like it is just barely going to die before seeing that. And... oh, it sees it, but it didn't actually see what it is. Could be a Stargate, could be a Robo, he doesn't quite know. Very difficult to tell the difference without actually clicking on them, and he did not actually click on it. So he's got to be completely prepared for basically anything. This pretty much tells him nothing. Because he didn't even see that it was a Twilight Council. He is getting the lair though. Would have been preparing for, or not preparing, but would have been prepared in time for DT, but that's not even what's happening. The Twilight Council is for the purpose of Blink and, of course, +2. And spending all that money on +1 means that it's most likely going to be this Blink all-in. And obviously we see that it is Blink. I wonder if an Overlord can sit there. I don't think it can. I'm pretty sure a Stalker could get it no matter where it is. Maybe if it's here. I don't know. So anyways, this Mothership Core is going to go ahead and scout, see if there's a Ling here. That's pretty much all it could do. And it just went straight from the Watchtower and back to the place. The place being... Oh, there's a neat arrangement of pylons here. A couple of pylons as well as a gateway. Pretty much protecting this. I think maybe one Ling could start chewing away at this at a time, but that's not very efficient at all. We actually have Burrow coming out here, which is a smart decision because he will not have any mobile detection. Fox will not, that is, with the Blink all-in that's coming. So having Burrow will be a very, very good investment here if he uses it to the best of his ability. But meanwhile, Fox is, in fact, Chrono Boosting out Blink, Chrono Boosting out +2. +2 is not going to be finished in time for Blink to finish, but it's going to be pretty close. A bunch of gates being added as well. There was about 6 gates in the production tab. So many more gates being added. This is ridiculous. How many gates are there? Quite a few. After these all finish, it'll be 8 gates on the field. 8 gates of Stalker Warpins is absolutely brutal to deal with here. Where did these get warped in here? Okay, cool. Going to be warping in more sentries just to build up that energy pool, really. And he's actually cutting probes for the time being. So this is a kind of a misleading build, if that makes any sense, because he got the 3rd, but he's not completely saturating it. He's only got 9 probes there. Another probe on the field somewhere else. But yeah, no probes on the way. Just basically, yep, proxy pylon over here for the reinforcements. This is a really nice place. It's not in a super obvious place like over here or over here. A lot of players will just completely forget to scout over here for the proxy pylonage. And there's an Overseer here that can be picked off, will be picked off, doesn't even need to reveal the fact that he has Blink. A couple of Roaches will be picked off as well. Will he Blink on top of them? The +2 is about to finish, and Speed is really far away from finishing here. He's still about 40 seconds away. We'll be able to... pick away at these Roaches, pick away at this 3rd, basically. And there's the Burrow right in front of Fox's face. He does not have any detection, though. I'm not sure if he even noticed these are burrowed, but he is going to unburrow them here. And this basically means that there is no way to... basically no way to kill these Roaches until he gets mobile detection. He is throwing down a Robo immediately. Needs to actually back away from this engagement here because he is in a... Or he's just going to mass recall because that's how Protoss works. He just blinks on top of this and... Recall, there's the recall. He actually did deny, or not deny, but did get the 3rd kill, which pretty much, I don't want to say evens it out because of how much army went down, but it is going to be a little bit better that he actually got the 3rd and recalled. 2-base Zerg is not the greatest to deal with. Finally, a Robo is finished. Will be Chrono Boosting out a... Observer almost immediately. He only has a couple of sentries though, and only like 3 force fields available to him. And not even 3 force fields, just 1 force field for the time being. These do not want to get baited out. Finally, an observer on the way. Most likely going to be multiple observers just to be completely safe. These cannons are going to be able to detect these Roaches, so it's not a big deal if he attacks here. However, Fox does need to get some mobile detection up now. And there it is. There's the observer. 1 sentry and Stalker being warped in as well. There's a pylon going down, but it is immediately spotted by these Lings. Is that no? It can't be. Yeah, I was just going to say. So these Roaches are going to go and bypass the army of Fox here. Will it be... Ooh, this could be the perfect counterattack here. He doesn't actually have... He has the energy for recall, but Fox is going to go ahead and try to kill the 3rd again. He is going for the rocks, which does delay the push quite a bit. A lot of the Roaches are dancing, not even attacking the rocks, but Fox is going to go ahead and push this 3rd yet again, force the cancel at the very least. And did he kill a single drone there or something? That was weird. So there's the 3rd. It will get canceled, or at least killed, and... Oh, it doesn't get canceled. It does get killed. And here a bunch of Roaches are coming in here, targeting the cannons, which is the correct thing to be targeting at this point in time. But Fox is just going to go straight for the throat, straight for the natural here of Daedra. Meanwhile, this big counterattack does kill the third of Fox, leaving him on 2 bases, which are basically mined out at this point. He's not going to be able to defend back home. He's just going to go for the full-on base trade, and with no recall for Zerg, this is not a base trade he wants to make. The recall is definitely available here for Fox, and he's just killing roach after roach here of Daedra. Blinks a bunch of stalkers into the main base, killing so many overlords, and there's just nothing to defend here. He does need to keep a Nexus alive, though, for the actual recall. I'm not sure I agree with this with Daedra. He's actually going for the main here, and if he kills the main Nexus, he could still actually recall onto this third. And Nexus is going down here at this forward location. One force field will, in fact, trap every single one of those drones, and that was a perfectly placed force field. Does not actually let any drones seep out one by one. Isn't even tower defense. There's just so many drones here. It's crazy. So many drones just got killed. How many drones were killed the whole game? 61 workers killed the whole game. That's ridiculous. And we'll be able to target down this Nexus before the recall is done. And pretty much 1 base to 1 base at this, or 0 base to 1 base. And, oh, that was the last building. Okay. I didn't even know that was the last building, but it was. So there we go. Fox wins. Ta-da! Miraculous Gaming takes game number 1. This is a best of 7. Fox still has 3 more Team Ascension players to go through. But we'll see if he's able to do it. And after the break, if you have any song requests to play during the intermission, I will play them. Just simply link them as a YouTube link, and I will play them during intermission while the next player for Team Ascension is getting ready. Until then, listen to this.
Guess that things didn't work out. It was smooth, disappearing miles away from here.
Cool song. Anyways, have to interrupt it now. We have in the bottom right hand corner representing Team Ascension down 0-1. Will he be able to tie it up? It is Protect, the blue Protoss. Almost forgot the race. And in the top left hand corner of Kingsale Station LE, representing Team Miraculous Gaming, it is the one and only StarCraft playing Fox. Learned how to play Fox, grew opposable thumbs, and was able to function a mouse and keyboard. And learned how to play Fox. Okay. Learn how to play StarCraft. Pylon going down here in the back of the mineral line for Fox, front of the mineral line for Protect. Oh, such variance in the styles here, where the pylons are placed. Beautiful. Party hats galore yet again. There are party hats on all of these probes. This is basically the only thing you can talk about in the early game. Early game doesn't really make a difference. No one's going 10 gate just yet. You will be most likely going 12 or 13 gate. 13 gate is kind of standard without cutting probes, but some players go for a 12 gate just to be extra super safe against proxy 2 gate, which is not happening. But we're going to see both players go for the 13 gate, and there it is. And it's not super safe, it's just slightly more safe. It's whatever. It's not a gigantic game-breaking thing. And here we see Fox with the pylon placement. Pretty much the reason for the pylon placement is coming through here. Do see a very tight wall here next to the assimilator. Just shows the experience of Fox. Does know pretty much the perfect building, well, not perfect building placements, but the really efficient building placements where he can actually make a wall with very little stuff, I guess. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm just talking on my ass. We have 2 probes on each gas, most likely going to go down for both players just because of the timing of it. But it looks like three guys on gas, 4 Protect, 3 on each gas. So it's going to be a lot more tech focused, probably a really fast Stargate or Twilight. One of those two. It's likely not going to be a early expand style. So, yeah. Chrono Boost on probes for both players. Actually, not both players. So he's saving up Chrono Boost for the time being. Might actually be saving that for the what's it called? Stargate units or whatever. Saving all Chrono Boost for one particular purpose. Fox does see the Chrono is being saved up, so he is not completely in the dark here. He can't actually know for sure what building is going to be placed, but he knows it's going to be something production-y, if that makes any sense. He's actually Chrono boosting out a Stalker, which is a little bit surprising. He is using that on that Stalker. Going to be pretty much means he wants to deny scouting, and Fox sees the Chrono boost on that and the Mothership Core, so never mind. He's going to be very aggressive, I guess, but it's a little bit weird. This is not something you normally see. Wait, that wasn't even a Stalker, that was a Sentry. I'm just really dumb, apparently. I don't know what's going on anymore. You know what? I've mixed up the colors, obviously. Fox is going for Stargate. That's my predictions. You see, all my predictions were backwards. Ass backwards. Ass backwards. God, I can't talk. My nose is all stuffed up. I am so sorry. Do you see Stalker going out and scouting around for a proxy? Pylon does actually suspect maybe a Dark Shrine, but it's not going to happen, so not even a Twilight Council. Did spend all his money on Sentry, basically, and he's going to go ahead and try to expand here very quickly off of a high Sentry count. And Stargate and 2 gates going down here. Sentry is even more being produced here. Stargate is not, or rather Sentry is not really too great against Stargate. As in, like, Sentry doesn't really defend Stargate very well because, you know, Sentries have force fields, I suppose, but flying units don't really mind being force fielded. Only one single gate here, so 1 gate expand. He's just massing Sentries. And although Oracles are not the greatest fighters on the ground, Sentries only will not really be able to stop an Oracle. He does have 1 Stalker, however, so that is going to push it back quite a bit, especially with a Photon Overcharge. We have a Robo going down as well. No actual scouting done for Protect just yet, except for the original Probe Scout. Twilight Council going down here in the back of this, which only 1 single Oracle happened. I'm not sure if he saw that with the Phoenix Scout. I'm pretty sure he didn't, but this is on lockdown here for Fox. This watchtower here, so he wasn't just foolishly flying through that watchtower range. He knew that there was no units in there, so he could safely do that. So anyways, this Oracle might get 2 or 3 worker kills, and that's about it. The Stalker will push it away, however, and there goes the worker kills. There's 1, 2, 3 worker kills, 4 worker kills, 5, 6. Wow, that's way more than I thought it was going to get, actually. 7 worker kills, and it escapes with its Ooh, wow. 8 worker kills and it escapes with its life. That's absolutely amazing. And no natural base here for Protect. Fox is in a pretty good position. He actually is going to go ahead and cancel one of his gates here. Protect is. Just because he can't actually afford that many gates anyway. He has the robo producing stuff. This Oracle is actually just out of scouting position. He does scout the robo and does scout the, well, he doesn't know it's an immortal, but it's most likely going to be. Meanwhile, Nexus and Blink going down at the same time, not cutting probes here. Chrono boosting on the Blink. Already has three gates out to make use of. And what? Oh, what are you shooting? What's with all the violence? Sometimes we have Protect watching this watchtower and Fox watching this watchtower. That's pretty funny. I guess that's not funny, but these watchtowers barely, they do give a lot of vision, but they're kind of like useless vision, if that makes any sense. Because mostly any like walking path will go through here, and if it was a drop or something, they could still avoid the watchtower by, well, you know, skirting along the edges here, I guess. But whatever, I'm not criticizing the watchtower use. It just seems kind of very situational where the watchtower would actually be useful. I actually saw a revelation go down, I guess, because there was no energy on this, so I'm assuming a revelation went down. But anyways, we do see that Fox is also scouting the Nexus here. There it is. And a big move out of Blink Stalkers here with the natural behind this. So this is no way an all-in from Fox. The natural is way behind for Protect. Will be not really able to do anything with the... Whoa! Finally, the Oracle does go down after being the most annoying thing possible. Killing quite a few probes. I'm not entirely sure how many. 11 probes were killed total, but I think one of them was a scouting probe, for example. Not sure. The Oracle probably didn't kill everything. But anyways, we do see 3 Immortals on the field, which is a very large number to be contending with only Stalkers anyway. We'll be force fielding these Stalkers, trying to attack what he can, but blinking out. Force fields are pretty ineffective against Blink unless it was an aggressive Blink. If it's an aggressive Blink, then it's like a you can't leave, that kind of situation until all the Blink cooldown wears off. Meanwhile, there is a weird split up of the Stalkers here. I'm not entirely sure why. He's going to go for a 4-Stalker hit squad. But Protect is completely prepared for it here. It's not going to be effective whatsoever. It's going to be a sacrificial 4 Stalkers, basically. Is going to get a few probe kills, but then will, in fact, die. Three Stalkers do go down, and the last Stalker does blink away and isn't as annoying as possible here, and does see the chrono boost on this. Wow, he stalked a lot of probes, more probes than I thought. Wow, that blink. 16 probes going down total. That was 5 probes for just those 4 Stalkers. Not really cost efficient, just because 4 Stalkers is 200 gas. 200 gas worth of Stalkers. Should Protect not have seen that as soon as he did, it would have been quite a bit more effective. So anyways, this Proxy Pylon is going to go ahead and get taken out by 4 Immortals. 4 Immortals, 5 Immortals on the field just about to happen, as well as a Twilight or Templar Archives. Oh, sorry. Wow, I keep mixing up the 2 players. That's what happens in mirror matchups, I'm sorry. Templar Archives coming down for Fox, as well as 2 Immortals on the field, going to be chrono boosting out a 3rd. This is going to be a little bit of a surprise attack. He's going to try and make it a surprise attack in the back rocks here, but will it work though? Fox is definitely paying attention to this. Does he see it though? Will be able to put a time slow on the ramp and use some really decent force fields, and a bunch of Zealots are being warped in. He's just going to abandon the idea altogether, it looks like, and there it goes. He's just going to go back home. And now Twilight Council coming down. Not even, I was going to say Templar Archives, but he doesn't even have a Twilight Council, so it's a little early for that. We have a +1 being researched as well. Templar Archives is finished for Fox. We'll be warping in those High Templars for the Archons. And does have three Immortals on the field. Does he have... Yeah, only 3 Immortals on the field, but the rest are going to be Archons. Protect is still far away from Archons yet. Is also cutting probes a little bit here. A little bit maybe accidentally. Just an execution error there. He can actually afford that. But there he goes on the pro production yet again. Party hats galore. And he has so many sentries that these Phoenix Scout just so often. It's ridiculous. And there goes the Phoenix Scout. Doesn't actually see. I think it saw the Archon. Pretty sure it did. Fox is going to go ahead and take a 3rd. When ahead, get more ahead. He knows that he doesn't have to take any risks. He is quite a bit ahead here, I think, though. He is in a better position. He's got a nice worker lead here. The army supplies are a little bit more even just because of how the how it played out in the early game. But Fox's army supply will bolster ahead relatively shortly. And third is about a third of the way done. A third. Haha, hilarious. Hilarious. So this Phoenix is going to scout the pylon and third. There it goes. Meanwhile, a bunch of gates are actually protecting this from a Zealot Warpin, which is pretty nice. Templar Archives will not be able to be sniped. God, I can't even talk. I am so sorry. A lot of Stalkers going to go run by, see what they can do. We'll be able to pick off one Stalker and then try to run away. There's a big aggressive blink on the Stalker. 2 shots the Stalker. And actually there was a little bit of a move out here from Prospect. He's pretty much splitting up his forces. He's going to try and flank with a couple of Immortals. I'm not entirely sure if that's even a good idea. But there goes, wow, the blink onto the force fields. That's pretty funny. Using quite a few force fields. I'm not entirely sure if that was necessary because of how... Well, actually, force fields are kind of less than useful at this point in the game just because of Archons and Blink. But, so yeah, I guess using the force fields to get whatever you can is not really a bad idea. So there's a bunch of Zealots being warped in here for a nice flank potential. And it's already a proxy pylon. This is a very well-hidden proxy pylon, pretty much in the abyss. Never going to get scouted in a million years, or... like 5. It'll take a long time for it to get scouted. That's what I'm trying to say. So charge is done for Fox, not quite done for Protect. He will have to hold his natural. He will be unable to hold his third. Almost certainly, unless Fox botches the engagement. He's already got a third behind this. His third is already complete. And Protect's third just now finished. So he was going to be able to get that Photon Overcharge available. Will be able to get that... get that started. However, there's so many Archons being warped in here in the back as well as Charge Law. He's got a 40 supply lead almost. Not quite, like a 35 supply lead now. But anyways, there goes the Photon Overcharge. He is just going to snipe the Nexus and leave, is he? No, he's going to go ahead and sacrifice a couple of Zealots here for the use of the energy and will attack from the other side. There's some hallucinated Archons in here to go with the mix. Doesn't actually have an Observer with his army, I don't think. No, he does not. And there's the bunch of charge loss. One of them does waste their charge ability, is now on cooldown, and is going to try and force field here, but there is a ton of Archons, and there goes the time slow. He's getting a really nice concave, really nice engage. The Immortal count is heavily in favor of Protect, but it just doesn't matter. There's so many Archons and charge lots here that is just absolutely insane. And a nice Zealot warp in here from Protect in the pretty much most protected spot. But the third does go down, and there's the GG. Whoops. Wrong button. I feel like the game sounds are too loud. I'm going to turn them down before the next game. Anyways, maybe I'm just too quiet. I don't know. One of those two. Oh, geez. I thought they had 61 and 41 APM apiece. That's pretty funny. That would be pretty funny. And then I would just screenshot and write hashtag Protoss. But anyways, that was just not loaded. Their APMs are much more reasonable now. Anyways, we have a 2-0 lead for Miraculous Gaming, aided by Fox. Thanks to Fox. And will he be able to continue the all-kill, or will someone from Team Ascension stop him in his tracks? Find out after the break. If you have any song requests for during the intermission, go ahead and link them in the chat. And I will play them during intermission. Until then, listen to this. Whoa, loading screen took a lot less time than I had expected. But anyways, oh, now we're seeing the SCVs and how the party hats look on them. Well, they look pretty nice. The health bars are in the way though. There we go. Let's appreciate them a little bit more. Look at that. They look depressed actually. They're bowing their head and everything. That's what it looks like. Anyways, in the bottom right hand corner of Catalina LE or Catiana LE, whatever you want to pronounce it, it is the Red Terran player from Team Ascension. It is Conviction. Down to, oh, will he be able to put his team on the board? Who knows? I literally cannot predict the future, I'm sorry. But sometimes I can, and sometimes I just fuck everything up entirely and question why I became a caster. So anyways, in the in the top right-hand corner of Catiana LE, the same map, 3-player map, one of the new 3-player maps, one of the 2 3-player maps, this in Merry-Go-Round LE. We have Fox, winner of the last 2 games, going on to play this game. This is a best of 7 all-kill format clan war. Played for the SC2 Improved Team League, in case you're just joining us now. And that's about it. And yet again, Fox is actually making a wall with Pylon and Gate, being really nice SimCity in the early game here. And we do see a 12 racks 12 refinery, I believe it was, go down. That's what it looks like anyway. 12 racks 12 refinery going down here for Conviction. Going to be a fastest Reaper possible without actually cutting anything. What's it called? SCVs. So this probe is going to come in here from this angle. Won't actually be able to... Conviction won't actually be able to know where the probe came from because the SCV is not seeing it. If the SCV had seen it here, then the probe would be pretty much reveal where it came from. But as it stands now, it could have came from anywhere, I think. But anyways, we do see that Conviction does know that it's... Well, wait. There's only close spawns on this map. What am I talking about? I was going to say he does know that it's close spawns, but... That's the only thing that exists. That's the only thing that's a thing. So anyways, the Reaper is on the way. Fox did go ahead and see that it is a 12 rack 12 refinery, not a gas first. And this SCV is going to go ahead and scout the other location while the Reaper is rallied to the other location in the left side location here. There's the Reaper on the way. I think that's... Or is that the probe on the way? Wait, no, that's the SCV. Never mind. You know what? I'm just going to stop talking. This SCV is going to confirm that the Protoss has in fact spawned here. Reaper is going to go ahead and look for the probe, look for any sort of hidden probe location. The probe is over here though. Will the Reaper go over there? Nope. It's going to go ahead and try to get to the base as quickly as possible. No Nexus on the way just yet. He is going to go ahead for an engineering bay block and chrono boosting out a zealot, or a stalker and a mothership core. We'll be able to get rid of this relatively shortly and expand not too far behind where he would normally want to. His mothership core is going to the wrong location. The Reaper is actually coming in here through the regular, where regular units come from, and there goes the Reaper, and the Reaper does get away with its life, but the engineering bay is almost completely full health right now. The probe and the mothership core and the stalker will most likely try to get some damage done on that. Mothership core is going to go ahead and stay in here, try to deny Reaper scouting, and it is patrolling in the correct location. Will the Reaper back away? And he is just going to go ahead and suicide in. And actually, no, he suicided and got no scouting done. So anyway, Fox is going to go ahead and kill this engineering bay, meanwhile putting a Twilight Council in the back of his base here, mounting 3 on each gas, not the 2 that he was before, but 3 on each gas. 2 Stalkers are being made just because he delayed his Nexus so much. He may as well get some... He has to spend his money in some way. And there's the cancel on the engineering bay. He's going to go ahead and see if he can do any sort of counter pressure. The answer, of course, is no. He doesn't really have too much to do here because there is a bunker already fully loaded with Marines. We'll be seeing that with the Stalkers and be like, nope, you're just going to get the fuck out of there. So the Twilight Council is finished. Will be blink. There it is. There's the Chrono on the blink. I'm not entirely sure if that's possible. That would be OP as hell, though. I don't think that's possible. It can't be. Obviously, this is possible, though. Blink into the main from this location. It makes Blink a very real threat on this map, just because of how the mains are set up. This is the main, and this is the third. You can actually blink into there, you can blink there, go here and there, stuff like that. It's a very good blink map, is what I'm trying to say, and not too many people would disagree there. Most people would pretty much... It's pretty much agreed upon that this is a blink map, and Fox is not going to play any mind games or anything. He's just going to go for what is good on this map, which is blink. There's the blink already about halfway done, and the gates are not quite being added just yet. He's going to be low on Stalkers for the time being. There's the gates going down. 1 gate is added, and 2 gates going down, and where is a 4th gate? Nope, just 2 gates being added for a total of 3. Not really a big deal. We'll be able to pump out the Stalkers as quickly as possible. Only working off of 2 gas, so doesn't want to have too many gates producing Stalkers all the time. We'll be adding some more later on, of course. Has quite a bit of gas banked up right now, though, so can't actually spend that as fast as he can. CC going down here at the very greedy location. I'm not sure if he's going to be able to hold this. He's going to go ahead and push out with this while salvaging the bunker. A little bit greedy there. Could actually, well, not die to a counterattack, but could be take some damage to a counterattack. This Marine is going to go ahead and just scout around. And meanwhile, these Marines... Okay, I thought they were going to move out, but they're actually not, so never mind. Anyway, Starport is finished, as well as the reactor on that factory going to be producing mass medevac for now. And there's 3 more gates being added, and Mass Stalker is on the menu here. Still 600 gas and only a couple minerals. We'll be able to make Stalkers for days, basically. And still hasn't moved out with this bio. Almost kind of tried to move out, but changed its mind, I guess. This third is going to complete in the greedy location. A proxy pylon is on the field here. And will this scout the probe? It will scout the probe and kill it. But there are a couple of blink Stalkers here. Very rough position to be in for Fox. Those blink Stalkers could have been picked off, but weren't. So he is going to go ahead and see if he can snipe the third. He will force the lift. And he's not paying enough attention. He is going to go ahead and try and trap these Stalkers here. I'm not sure if he's going to be able to. He's going to make them burn down, and there goes the stim. Is not ready just yet. He is going to go ahead and blink against this bio, and without stim, it's actually being effective. There's only 2 Marauders in this, and an aggressive stim forward. That was a terrible engagement from Conviction here. Pretty much hit an anti-timing, which is... Ooh. Well, that's rough. I'm just going to say, that's rough. That is very unfortunate for Mr. Conviction. Could actually just die here. He doesn't have any bunkers in the main. The blink is real. Blink is on cooldown for a couple of these Stalkers, but once it's done, he is going to blink mass into the main, snipe a couple racks, snipe a couple everything, and just pretty much end the game. There goes the stim on a couple of these things. 2 medevacs immediately go down. Can actually one-shot these Marauders, and a very aggressive blink forward, as well as a time slow near the ramp. Going to be kiting around these SCVs. He pulled the boys, but it's not enough. Finally, a medevac does come to do her job, and will it... Yeah, this is over. Fox has done it. Fox has killed the Conviction. And Marauders are coming out one by one, but it's tower defense at this point. GG is called. Miraculous Gaming's Fox takes the game number 3 for the 3rd time in a row, and the score 3-0. Will Team Ascension be able to stop the all-kill, or will Fox continue the rampage? Find out after the break. If you have any song requests for the intermission while the next players are getting ready, let me know in the chat. I'll play them during intermission. Until then, listen to this.
the sky.
On a glass of wine, know you're leaving them all over this heart of mine.
Boom. PvP. I know how everyone in the stream chat loves Protoss, of course. Everyone in the stream loves Protoss. You don't even just take my word for it. Don't even try to what's the word I'm looking for? Verify that. Don't even. Just take my word for it. Anyways, we have in the top left-hand corner representing Team Ascension, the pink Protoss Mystic. Boom. And in the bottom right-hand corner from Team Miraculous Gaming, it is the red Protoss Fox. Boom. No big flashy intros. Really getting down to business this time. This is potentially the last match if Fox is able to close it out, get the all-kill 4-0 on Team Ascension. Or will Mystic be able to stop his rampage and put Team Ascension on the board for the first time in the series? So as we have a chrono boost on the probes for both players right now. Nothing too fancy just yet. We have a 13 gate most likely going to go down for both players. Already setting the rally point outside here for Fox, as well as not setting the rally point, just taking a probe off the line, and there it is. 13 gate for both players. I'm so good at predicting this because it's literally what you see in 99% of all games. That's a great prediction. Thank you. Thank you for the compliment. So anyways, both players are going to scout correctly the second time because most players don't scout the cross position first. They're actually going on the identical scout timings right now. However, Mystic is a little bit behind in that gas, it looked like. Actually not too far behind. Fox kind of delayed his first gas and got double at the same time. Mystic kind of got an earlier first gas and the second gas a little bit later. It's just, it's the same thing. It doesn't really matter. So anyways, both players going to go ahead and turn around that probe, start going to the next location, and realize that they spawn cross. So both players getting the exact same scouting information. No one's getting an no one's getting an advantage just by the luck of the draw. We do see Fox throwing down that Cybercore as well as his opponent Mystic. Second pylon finishing for both players as well, chrono boosting the probes. Identical build so far. What can I say? Really nothing to say here. Actually, there is a little bit of deviation here. Was 2 on each gas up until now. Going to be 3 on one gas, 2 on the other gas. So he's going to have a little bit of a lesser, a lesser gas count, but more mineral count, you see. So he does have the pylon already on the way. Fox being as annoying as he possibly can with that probe, but he can get surrounded if he's not careful. He's not actually doing very well. Actually, he had minerals in his hand, so he could have just pressed C, and then instead of trying to click on another mineral patch, pressing C would have returned cargo, and it still phases through everything. So as we have a mothership core being chrono boosted out, nothing too strange just yet. Another pylon going down. A little bit of a late pylon here, or later than his opponent anyway. Mothership core and Stalker being produced at the same time. He has been mining 100 gas, or 3 on each gas for the entire time now. His opponent just now starting the 3 on gas, so he is going to be about 50 gas behind until then. For the rest of the game, basically. But it doesn't matter. Stargate going down here for Fox. The probe is already on the way out, or already has been on the way out. Did completely die, or not. Wow, what am I talking about? Did completely escape. That's what I'm trying to say. So Fox's Stalker is going to go ahead and see this probe and will, in fact, kill it before it gets into the base. Will have the high ground advantage, but doesn't even see the high ground. Doesn't even see anything. Doesn't see anything. Literally nothing. Doesn't know the Stargate's happening. But however, on the other side of the map is a very, very fast, very somewhat greedy Nexus here for Mystic. Will he be able to defend it? Of course, the two bases are blocked by ramps, so any sort of ground push from Fox would be pretty much completely denied. And it looks like Fox is going for a Phoenix here, not an Oracle. I would have expected an Oracle just because of the timing of the Stargate here. Two Stalkers are on the field. He might actually just be going for a couple of Phoenix to lift the sentries and just go for a mass sort of ground push with that. He already has 2 gates on the way. 2 more gates. More Phoenix on the way, just going straight across the map. He's already got control of the watchtower. He knows the vision in the center is lacking for his opponent, so he's just going to go ahead and go straight across the center because there's no reason not to. So Mystic Stalker is going to go ahead and almost scout this Phoenix, not quite though, just barely touches. They touch vision circles, if that makes any sense. So one single Phoenix is going to go ahead and poke away at the mothership core, but there is already stuff on the field to stop that. A observer is on the way as well. One Phoenix does pick up one Stalker, and nothing else is around to actually kill it, which is kind of unfortunate. So there we go. A little bit of a waste of energy here for Fox. A little bit of a blunder, kind of uncharacteristic at this point in the game, or at this point in the series. He has been going pretty much 3-0 so far, so you'd expect him to not have done that with one single Phoenix. There we go. Finally does actually manage to kill the Stalker. Meanwhile, almost 50 energy on these Phoenix. Going to be able to do another lift. An observer does see the Phoenix are on the field, and the Sentry and Stalker are actually kind of out of position here. He is going to force the Photon Overcharge, or else the Mothership Core dies. He is going to kill the Mothership Core and force the Photon Overcharge, but a Phoenix is going to go down. Wow, actually no, just barely saves the Phoenix. There's the Photon Overcharge, but actually at this point in the game, he wanted a Photon Overcharge regardless, so it's almost like he forced Mystic to do something he was going to do anyway. But anyways, he doesn't actually have enough Sentry energy to force field this whole ramp. He needs 150. He's almost there, but he has only got 2 force fields available. Only 1 Sentry on the field, so that's going to be quite a pain to actually deal with. He is going to go ahead and warp in more and more Zealots as well. Stalkers will not fare too well against this Immortal that's about to come out. He will be able to lift the Immortal, though, with the Phoenix that he still has. As soon as the Overcharge is done, he will be able to get a time slow as well as lifting the Immortal. If the Phoenix are not sniped correctly, he will be the Immortal will be very useless, pretty much. And he is going to go ahead and go with the Phoenix, see what he can see, snipe a Sentry, will be able to lift up the Immortal, and there's the lift on the Immortal. The Immortal is completely useless. It is less than useless right now. It's just sitting there. It does actually absorb some of the Stalker shots here, but meanwhile, there's just too much on the ground here for Fox. Will Mystic be able to hold? It doesn't look like it. The Phoenix are going to be able to pick up pretty much the entire ground army of Mystic, and Fox with the all kill in a very convincing fashion.